Today we will discuss the circuit code converter. Let us take this with the help of an example. The question is, design a combinational circuit for BCD to XS3 code converter. So we have to design a circuit which will convert from BCD to XS3 code. To design any combinational circuit, the first step is to draw its block diagram and find out the number of inputs and outputs. In this case, this circuit, BCD to XS3 code converter logic circuit, we know that BCD is a 4-bit code, so the number of inputs are 4. Let us label those as A, B, C, D, and these form our 4 BCD inputs. This has to convert the BCD input into its corresponding XS3 code. We also know that the XS3 is also a 4-bit code. Let us label those as W, X, Y, Z. So these are the 4 XS3 outputs. So we have now, first step, we have found that there are 4 inputs required and the circuit has 4 outputs. The next step in designing a combinational circuit from the given statement is to write its truth table. We know that the truth table, since this is a 4 input circuit, A, B, C, D are the 4 inputs and the outputs are W, X, Y, Z. And because we have 4 inputs, we know that the entries combinations can be total 16, but the first 10 combinations from 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. This is decimal 0, decimal 1. So this column is representing the decimal digit. 2 is 0, 0, 1, 0. 3 is 0, 0, 1, 1. 4 is 0, 1, 0, 0. 5 is 0, 1, 0, 1. 6 is 0, 1, 1, 0. 0, 1, 1, 1 is 7. 1, 0, 0, 0 is 8. And 1, 0, 0, 1 is 9. We know that since it's the BCD code, only the first 10 combinations are valid and the remaining 6 codes. Which are those 6 codes? The code for 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. These are invalid. You do not require this in the BCD code. Therefore, these are don't care conditions. These are the don't care conditions. So we may write this, that this function will have a don't care of 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So in the truth table, we write only the valid codes which are from 0 to 9 corresponding to the 10 decimal digits. Now let us see the XS3 code. Now this output is XS3. We know the rule for XS3 that if the decimal digit 0, the BCD code is 0, 0, 0, 0. It is 0 plus 3. So the code for 3, that is 0, 0, 1, 1. For 1, it is the code for 4. For 2, it is for 5. 2 plus 3. 3 is 6. 3 plus 3. 4 is 4 plus 3, 7. 5 plus 3, 8. 6 plus 3, 9. 7 plus 3, 10. 8 plus 3, 11. 9 plus 3, 12. So on this understanding, this is how the truth table is filled. For any number 5, the BCD code is 0101 its corresponding XS3 code is 1000. So after having filled the complete truth table according to the working of the circuit, the next step while designing a circuit is to write the sigma forms of outputs. In this case, from the truth table. So since we have 4 outputs, we need to write the function for W, for X, Y, Z. For Y and for Z. W will be, how do we write the sigma form? Sigma is sum of minterms which are 1. So you carefully see the W column. Where do we have a 1? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. What is this minterm combination? This combination is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So W will become sigma M 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Similarly, let us see for X. X has a 1 in 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you have a 1 here which is a 9. So 9. Similarly for Y. Y has a 1 in 0. Then 3, 4. 0, 3, 4. 7, 8. 0, 3, 4, 7, 8. Similarly, the last one, Z, has a 1 at 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So this second step of writing the sigma form outputs from the truth table for all the 4 outputs. The next step in designing a circuit is to minimize or simplify these output functions with the help of K-maps. So because we have this circuit having 4 outputs, there will be a K-map for the first output W, K-map for X output, for Y output, and another K-map for Z output. So we need to draw one K-map and simplify for each of the outputs. Keep in mind that the input variables are, let's do it for the X one. X has A, B, C, D. So the labeling of the K-map and the numbering has to be done very carefully with AB on the vertical side, CD on the horizontal side, and keeping our standard A bar, B bar, A bar, B, A, B, A, B bar. On the vertical side, C bar, D bar, I mean the column side, C bar, D, C, D, C, D bar. And the labeling 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So carefully label all the maps and number them properly. Now let us start solving each K-map one by one. So our W function was sigma M 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And remember that for all these functions we have common, you may write somewhere that the don't cares are 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Since these are don't care conditions, let us first mark these don't cares. 8, 9, so this is a 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So to speed up your work, you draw the 4 maps and we have marked the don't care condition in each of the map. For all the maps, you draw the don't care conditions and then start solving one by one. Let us start with the W map. Sigma M 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The remaining columns will be, remaining squares will be zeros filled. Then after this, our next step is to do the grouping Our rule is to start looking for a bigger group. In this case, you see, we find a big group of this. We call this as an octet. These x don't care can be taken as 1. Now you're left with these 3 ones. Best combination is to put this one into this quad and to put the other one, this one, don't put into a pair. It will be better if you put it into a quad. So we have 3 quads. Let's find the value for each, for this, and for the octet. So the value for the octet is, from here we have common A. All the columns are changing. So you are left only with A. See that the 3 variables have been eliminated. Only A. Now this red one, this is B, and from here you have D. So this is B, D. And this one, this has B, and from here it has C. So we simplify the function W as sum of all these. So you have A plus BC, A plus BC plus BD. And we can simplify this further like this. So this is our first output function for Y, W. We later see why we have done this. Similarly, let's solve for X. X function is 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. So let's put ones there, 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 9. Others are zeros. Now to do the grouping, the best combination would be, this one is not having anyone nearby, so this is a pair. Now these ones, 3 over here and there's a 1 here. Best combination is to fold the map and make this into a quad. Now we are left with this one. Similarly, this one, instead of putting in a pair, it is better if we put in a quad. So these 2 and these 2 from here. So this is another quad and this is a pair. We are left with no other one. So let's start finding the value of these. This pair, the value is B, C bar, D bar. So the value of this pair is B, C bar, D bar. The value of this quad, this is column from this side. The columns are, the rows are this and this. So we have B bar from here, B bar, this one we are doing, and this is C, B bar C. And the last one is this, for this and for this. This is the quad. Again the column is B bar and the row is B bar and the column is D. So B bar and D. So we can solve the function X as sum of all these. So we start with B, C bar, D bar plus B bar C plus B bar D. And we can simplify a little, taking the B bar common here. We can write this as B bar, C bar, D bar plus B bar. In the bracket we have this C plus D. So this we have solved the second output. Similarly, now let us do the third and then the fourth. So the third output Y is 0, 3, 4, 7, 8. So let's put the 1, 0, 3, 4, 7, 8. Remainings are zeros. And when you do the grouping, we have to group the ones. So you have 3 ones here, 2 ones here. This is a cross. We can make use of the cross. So this we find as a best quad. And you find another quad over here. So we have both quads. Let's see the values of both of these. This is a vertical quad. So these will be eliminated from row. You'll be left with C bar, D bar from the column. Similarly for this, left with C, D from the column. Rows are all eliminated. So you write Y as CD plus C bar, D bar. CD plus C bar, D bar. And we take a careful look. We recognize this function as the XNOR function. This is the XNOR function. So we may write this as C XNOR D. So this is our Y output. This is the XNOR of C and D. Now let's do the last one. Z output 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So here's the map. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Other squares will be 0. Filling the map. Now we have to cover the ones. Try to find a big group. Yes, we can see a big group here. These are 4 ones. The cross, don't care, can be taken as a 1. Here too it can be taken as a 1. So we will make these 4 and these 4, and they are getting together as octet. Fold the map vertically, so it becomes an octet. So I join it like this, it's an octet. It will eliminate 3 variables. Let's see the value of this octet. We see that the rows all are getting eliminated. From these 2 columns, you are left with common term D bar. So this is D bar. So our Z function solves as Z is equal to D bar, where Z is a function of A, B, C, D. Here too, Y was a function of A, B, C, D. Similarly for X. So this is the major step of solving the 4 K-maps. After getting all the 4 functions, all the output functions, in this case we had 4, so we solved for each, for W, for X. If you see the W and X, we have the term C plus D common here, C plus D common here. This can be got from an OR gate. C plus D can be a OR gate, which can be common to both these. Y is the XNOR function, Z is this. The last step to complete the design of the circuit would be to draw the logic circuit. Once we have the functions, we have to draw the logic circuit. So this is a standard. So now we are drawing the logic circuit of the BCD to XS3 code converter, where let's begin with the first one. Our first output W, let me write it here again. W is A plus B into C plus D. So here we've drawn in the same manner A, B, C, D and the NOT gates. So this is giving us B bar, C bar, D bar, and let's do the C plus D is an OR gate. So you have an OR between C and D, and you draw this gate as an OR gate. So this is giving you C plus D. This has to be dotted with B. So you take the B from here. The dot function is obtained by an AND gate. So here you get the function of, this is B. So B into C plus D, which is our W output. Now let's do the Y output. Our Y output was, okay, let's do the X output first. The X output is, it's a big one, B bar into C plus D plus B C bar D bar. So the C plus D we are having from here, C plus D dot B, C plus D dot B, B bar. So here's B bar, this is B bar. So with B bar, both these have to be dotted. So you put an AND gate. Let me label this. This is an AND, this was an AND, this was an OR. AND gate, this will give you, here you're having B bar, so you get B bar into C plus D. This has to be ORed with B C bar D bars. So let's obtain B C bar D bar first. So this is B, this is C bar, D bar. You get the product from an AND gate. This will give you the product B C bar D bar. You get the 2 terms, this and this. These have to be now ORed. So you OR them like this, and here you get the output X. Now let's do the output Y. The output Y was given by, do you remember? We said Y is nothing but the XNOR of C and D. So here we have the output input C, and this is the input D, C, D. So which gate do we apply? An XNOR. So this is an XOR, put a bubble over it. This is an XNOR function giving you the Y output. So this is the output Y. And the last output Z, remember Z was D bar. Here we had Z is equal to D bar. So D bar, where is our D bar? Remember this is D and this is D bar. C, C bar. This was B, B bar, and this was A, because we do not need the term A bar in any of these. You carefully take a look here. We do not need the A bar function anywhere. We need B bar, we need C bar, we need D bar. So we do not put a NOT gate for the A input. So here is the D bar, and this is directly going as the output Z. Take a careful look at this circuit. This is the circuit of logic circuit of the BCD to XS3 code converter, where these four inputs are the four BCD inputs, and here W, X, Y, Z are the four XS3 outputs. Take a careful look, and if we are asked, what does this circuit consist of? What logic gates did we use to build this circuit? So you can see that you need 1 and 2 OR gates, 1, 2, 3 NOT gates, 1, 2, 3 AND gates, out of which 2 are 2 inputs and 1 is a 3 input, and 1 XNOR, and we needed 1 XNOR gate. So a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 logic gates. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have used 9 logic gates to build the XS3 to BCD to XS3 code converter. So this was the complete procedure of designing any combinational logic circuit. You first start with the block diagram. Let me just revise it over here. First step is to draw the block diagram, then the truth table, then the sigma forms of outputs, then the K-maps, simplification of the outputs, and finally you draw the logic circuit. So these are the 5 basic steps to design any combinational logic circuit. Thank you.